So I'm going to start off. I got to keep refreshing the screen here in case people are commenting through Show For Me. Better to comment through YouTube. I'm going to start off with a song from my debut album. The album's called This One's For You. You can get it at my website, or you can hear it on Spotify. You can get it at Amazon, Apple Music, any of those places. You light up any room. You shine, that's just what you do. Such a wonder to behold. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. I want to hold you all my life. Gaze into those two glittering eyes. See the beauty in your soul. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're precious, you're a treasure. When they say diamonds are forever, that ain't near enough time together for my heart. Your love to me is priceless, it's flawless and it's timeless, like a ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. When 10,000 years have passed, this love of ours is always gonna last. Still burning bright when the sun's gone cold. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're precious, you're a treasure. They say diamonds are forever. That ain't near enough time together for my heart. Your love to me is priceless. It's flawless, it's timeless, like a ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. Your love to me is priceless, it's flawless and it's timeless, like this ring with a sparkling stone. You're a diamond, I'll be your band of gold. You're a diamond, let me be your band of gold. All right, I just realized my friend Evan is out there. I met Evan, how many years ago was that? At the Wharton School, studying for our MBA. And Evan said, "It's me from the Job Search Blues days." And I didn't realize at first the significance of that. But the first song I ever wrote was called the Job Search Blues. And so Evan remembers that. I think I've learned a lot about songwriting since then. Okay, this is my new song. It's a fun little thing, we all need to have a fun during this little lockdown. Music pouring from my car speakers, getting to work on time, gonna be a squeaker. Traffic slower than a ketchup race. Here I sing, smile on my face. Could be late and I should be scared, but I got a special kind of I don't care. I guess you call it joy. My day becomes a nightmare by the time it's over. 10-ton weight resting on my shoulders like Atlas dragging the world down the road. A lifetime later, I'm finally home. One little smile from her and boom, we're laughing and dancing around the room. I guess you'd call it joy. I'm like a little boy. The world is all my toy. Yeah, I would call it joy. She gives me a squeeze, I give her a kiss. I'd go through anything for a feeling like this. I guess you call it joy. I'm like a little boy. The world is all my toy. Yeah, I would call it joy. Yeah, I would call it joy. I'm gonna call it joy. Excuse me. This is very weird not being able to see the audience reaction. Let's see if I'm still waiting to hear from Mike. All right. Moving right along. This song is basically my life story condensed into about 3 minutes. Okay, so I grew up in on the East Coast. I'm in the United States, and I grew up in the East Coast. And at one point, I decided I started writing songs, starting with the Job Search Blues, and then I decided I wanted to, go follow my dreams. So I went out to California, across the country. It's 3,000 miles away. I drove all the way to California, sold everything, except for what I could fit in my car. Well, about the first thing that happened when I got there is I met this woman who became my wife. And, we raised a family there. And in the meantime, I was working at the music business, and, it's a tough business. I came so many times, I had deals, and then they fell through and all these things. And by the time my kids were ready to go to college, they both went to college back east. So my wife and I decided, let's go follow them. My whole family's still here. So we packed up the car and drove back. And I'd been in California for so long, like 28 years. And as I was leaving, it's like it hardly seemed real. It was the weirdest feeling. It's like it almost like it never happened. So literally in the car, I wrote this song. And it goes like this. I still can't see that welcome sign in the desert on I-10. The maze of streets that greeted me when I arrived back then. I was gonna make it big when I first hit LA. Now I'm an older nobody driving back the other way. People came and disappeared like I imagined all those years. There is no California, no sunny skies to warm you, and no starry-eyed dreams come true like I went there for. It must have once existed, somehow I must have missed it, but there is no California anymore. Was barely there a week first time I looked into your eyes. Through every dead-end street I hit, you stood there by my side. Through all the no's and maybes, all the big shot bullshit talk, to yes, we've got a deal, and then they won't return my calls. Facing east behind the wheel, please don't blame me if I feel there is no California, no sunny skies to warm you, and no starry-eyed dreams come true like I went there for. I must have once existed, somehow I must have missed it, but there is no California anymore. can love you anywhere. So I don't really care that there is no California, no sunny skies to warm you, and no starry-eyed dreams come true like I went there for. It must have once existed, somehow I must have missed it, but there is no California anymore. No, there is no California anymore. Thank you. I'm assuming you're clapping. You say that we should meet sometime for coffee. Start off fresh and find out how we feel. My lips feel like they're crying out to kiss you, but my heart holds wounds that time still hasn't healed. I've moved along, I've even had a fling or two. Still I admit, in spite of all you put me through, now and then I still think about you. Now and then I want to call your name and hold you in my arms the way I used to way back when. But there's a world of pain, a world of change between now and then. I guess it's nice to hear you say you missed me. I missed you more than life the day you left. But you chose him and I chose to keep living. Now I get along just fine here by myself. I'll find the strength to fall in love again someday, when I get to the point where I don't have to say. Now and then I still think about you. Now and then I want to call your name and hold you in my arms the way I used to way back when. But there's a world of pain, a world of change between now and then. I want to hold you in my arms the way I used to way back when. But there's a world of pain, a world of change between now and then. All right. Well, Steve says that it was hard getting here, but I'm glad you made it. Okay, I got a new one. I'm actually wondering, I got like 3 new songs ready to go as like my next single. So I'm not sure which one I should do, but this is one of the options. We've both been busy these days, haven't had much to say. Neither one of us seems to mind it that way. We don't go out anymore, we never touch anymore. We both seem to have one foot out the door. We were in love, but now it's time. You go your way and I'll go mine. Let's make this a goodbye with affection. There's no regret, no bad intentions, no drama, no deception. Just two people headed in opposite directions. No way to work it all out. Nothing to argue about. We both want different things. There's just no common ground. You know, we had a good run. We just ran out of sun. I'm always gonna smile when I look back on us. We were in love, but now it's time. You go your way and I'll go mine. Let's make this a goodbye with affection. There's no regret, no bad intentions, no drama, no deception. Just two people headed in opposite directions. I am who I am. You are who you are. It's nobody's fault. We just grew apart. We were in love, but now it's time. You go your way and I'll go mine. Let's make this a goodbye with affection. There's no regret, no bad intentions, no drama, no deception. Just two people headed in opposite directions. We're just two people headed in opposite directions. Opposite directions. Opposite directions. All right, thank you. Sounds funny to say thank you because, oh, Jeff says he can't find anywhere else. You can do it here or you can do it on the YouTube. There should be a comments place at the bottom of the screen. But welcome. Glad to see you here. Okay, so now I gotta, you know, it's I guess nowadays it's okay to talk about mental health issues. So sometimes I have to admit, you know, struggling with depression and things like that. And so I wrote a few songs that are kind of along these lines. And this one is one of them. I'm going to do a few of these. Okay, how does this one start? I keep on looking back at all I haven't done. The sweet success if I had only. The moves that didn't work. The people that I've hurt. The thinking I deserve it when I'm lonely. This beating myself up is such a waste. It's time to give myself a break. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back when I hear my name. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I still can hear that voice come piercing through the years, reminding me to blame myself. It's time to let that go. By now I ought to know I'm worth as much as anybody else. I'm gonna let the tears fall where they may. Remind myself that I'm okay. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back. When I hear my name, a little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I have my moments, I have my good days. I've got my inner strength, and I've got the will to change. So enough of the guilt, enough of the shame, enough shrinking back. When I hear my name, a little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. A little more compassion, a little more self-love, a lot more realization that I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Okay, Steve says that it was hard to register. Oh, well, thanks. I hope you're enjoying it. So, I don't know, when I play live, I ask the audience usually, so how many people out there struggle with anxiety? And I'm always surprised. I shouldn't be surprised because it happens every time, but like 2/3 of the room, people raise their hand. So here's a song. My brain says, let's go. My body says, oh my God. There's a flood and an earthquake from my head to my heart. It's beating faster, impending disaster. I'm shaking all over, my feet getting colder. I want to run away, run away. 'Cause fear is a monster, a dream-killing horror that screams to be conquered by reason. It stands over me, big fangs but no teeth. Its power is all in what I see. There's really nothing here, just fear. Another deep breath still doesn't turn off my mind. But despite all the panic, my life's not on the line. Just keep breathing, keep on believing. Gonna get through it, just gotta do it. Start with just a step, just a step. 'Cause fear is a monster, a dream-killing horror that screams to be conquered by reason. It stands over me, big fangs but no teeth. Power is all in what I see. There's really nothing here, just fear. I'll get it all together if I can just remember. Fear is a monster, a dream-killing horror that screams to be conquered by reason. It stands over me, big fangs but no teeth. Its power is all in what I see. There's just fear. There's really nothing here. Just fear. Okay. And this one, I don't know if any of you have been like somebody's hurt you so bad, like you feel like you're never going to get over it, and you just can't ever forgive that person. And well, you know, they say forgiveness is more for you than the other person. So I got a song that I'm going to play. It's called Forgive. You called me stupid. You called me lazy. You called me selfish. You betrayed me. Now every day I carry around the pain, but it hurts me more to hold on to the blame. I forgive you. I really have to. I'm tired of going through hell. I forgive you. Now all I have to do is learn to forgive myself. Can't shake this feeling. I should be perfect. I can be brilliant, or else be worthless. It always feels like I did something wrong. But I've been way too angry, far too long. I forgive you. I really have to. I'm tired of going through hell. I forgive you. Now all I have to do is learn to forgive myself. You hurt me more than you could know, but that all happened long ago. And now it's up to me to stand on my 2 feet. I forgive you. I really have to. I'm tired of going through hell. I forgive you. Now all I have to do is learn to forgive myself. I forgive you. Now all I have to do is learn to forgive myself. Thank you. Okay, we're going to switch gears a little bit here. I'm going to do like a sad country love song. I wrote this in Nashville with my friend Chip Martin. He's a really talented guy. He's a songwriter and a producer. And I used to write with him all the time. The way it works in Nashville, the traditional way, things are changing now there, but the traditional way of writing is 2 writers would sit down in a room, they'd make an appointment, and it'd either usually be 10 o'clock a.m. or 2 o'clock p.m. And a lot of writers would have 2 appointments a day, and then some would even do an evening. So they'd sit down for usually 3 hours, sometimes 4. And, they'd come in and writers would bring in ideas, usually a title, and sometimes a story to go along with the title. And you write the song from the title, usually. It doesn't always work that way. And so, writers have these, they could call them hook books, where you write down all your titles. And so, every time you go into a writing appointment, you have some ideas to start with. Then sometimes, you'll pitch an idea to a writer and he'll say, now what else you got? And then you'll go through a bunch of ideas before you find one you want to work on. Well, Chip had pitched this idea to a few people already, but he knew I was coming in. He knew I'd love this idea. So get out your tissues, get out your Kleenex. It's a heartbreak song, country music. I don't know if I can make it through this without breaking down and crying, but it goes kind of like this. If love had a butt, I'd kick it for treating me this way. I'd tell it just where to stick it for sticking me with all this pain. I'd settle this face to face with that heartbreaking son of a you-know-what. I'd kick it if love had a butt. I guess love had a good laugh, but I wasn't joking. I fought the ring, the dream, the whole 9 yards. I had it so bad, left myself wide open. Took a big old sucker punch and went down hard. If love had a butt, I'd kick it for treating me this way. I'd tell it just where to stick it for sticking me with all this pain. I'd settle this face to face with that heartbreaking son of a you-know-what. I'd kick it if love had a butt. I'd go all Chuck Norris on that sorry sack of spit. Teach old love to think about who it's messing with. If love had a butt, I'd kick it for treating me this way. I'd tell it just where to stick it for sticking me with all this pain. I'd settle this face to face with that heartbreaking son of a you-know-what. I'd kick it if love had a butt. Yeah, I'd kick it if love had a butt. But love does not have a butt, so I guess I'm not kicking it. So actually, that's another song I wrote with Chip Martin. This is, I know there are people who are from other countries out there other than the U.S. This is a song that's specifically about the state of affairs here in the United States. And I know, I hope this is not irrelevant to you people who live elsewhere, but I know America, you kind of can't get away from us because we're so big and rich and all that. But this country, I grew up, Americans are taught from the day they're born that, America is the greatest country on earth. It's the greatest country on earth. And it was founded on some very high ideals. And, things, especially in the last few decades, are kind of not living up to the promise, let's say, of what this country should and could be. And a lot of us, we don't want to give up on it. But, the state of affairs is not what you'd want it to be. So I went into Chip's, and I had this title, it's a country song. I had this title, Broken Promised Land. And since it's country music, I was thinking it's a cheating song. And Chip's like, no. That's about the way things are going today in this country. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. And we wrote this. Sun struggles to rise over the city hills as he heads off to work for minimum wage. By the time he makes it home at 8, his kids will be asleep. It wasn't like this till they shipped his old job overseas. And he pledges his allegiance, and he bleeds red, white, and blue. But the dream he once believed in, it just ain't coming true. As we watch our firm foundations turn into shifting sand here in broken promised land. The rich don't pay, and the banks can't fail. Only the poor go to jail. Kid walks home from school, afraid of the police. And his mama prays that he don't end up face down in the street. And she pledges her allegiance, and she bleeds red, white, and blue. But the dream she once believed in, it just ain't coming true. As we watch our firm foundation turn into shifting sand here in broken promised land. A working class ain't got no super PAC, but if 100 million voices speak, they can't ignore that. So we pledge our allegiance and we bleed red, white, and blue. 'Cause the dream we still believe in has a shot at coming true. As we watch our firm foundation turn into shifting sand here in broken promised land. Here in broken promised land. All right, I'm going to do another new one. This might be my next single. We'll see. Every day's an empty page where I can write down all... Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I got a story to tell about this song before I play it. There's a guy in Nashville. He passed away recently. There's a guy, or there was a guy named Ralph Murphy, and he was a vice president of ASCAP, which is one of the major performing rights organizations in America. And he was a real student of the craft of songwriting, and everybody in Nashville knew this guy. And he was a successful songwriter, and he was a successful music publisher. Then he went over to ASCAP, and he taught songwriting, and he used to write articles and everything. And he liked my song. He was actually had a reputation of being really, some people thought that guy doesn't like anything, but he liked my stuff. So I used to come and meet with him, and one day he told me, I always look forward to hearing your songs because you always have such good ideas. And then the minute he said that, I started panicking. Oh my God, now it became the hardest thing in the world to think of ideas that were good enough for Ralph Murphy. So I was like, oh God. So one day I was thinking, I got to come up with some ideas. And I have no idea. I thought, oh, maybe that's the title. The title is No Idea. And I went into writing sessions, and we'd be talking about what's the idea? And I'd say, how about no idea? And everybody's like, nah. And finally, like recently, I thought, I've advanced enough in my craft that I should be able to write a song called. So I did that, and this is it. Every day's an empty page where I can write down all my dreams. But as the story really goes, it's not all up to me. There's so much I can't control on this long and rocky road. Got no idea what's gonna happen, no idea what's coming. I just keep my seatbelt fastened and the motor running. Got no idea what slings and arrows fate might throw at me. Just gotta have faith that where I am is where I'm supposed to be. Who knows which doors will open up? Who knows which ones will be shut tight? Which forks in roads I'll have to choose? Which hills I'll have to climb? There's so much I can't control just going with the flow. Got no idea what's gonna happen, no idea what's coming. I just keep my seatbelt fastened and the motor running. Got no idea what slings and arrows fate might throw at me. Just gotta have faith that where I am is where I'm supposed to be. If the world could guarantee success, something tells me I'd be bored to death. So it's just as well. Got no idea what's gonna happen, no idea what's coming. I just keep my seatbelt fastened and the motor running. Got no idea what slings and arrows fate might throw at me. Just gotta have faith that where I am is where I'm supposed to be. Got no idea what slings and arrows fate might throw at me. Just gotta have faith that where I am is where I'm supposed to be. I'm just keeping the faith that where I am is where I'm supposed to be. All right, we're kind of getting near the end here. I got a couple more for you. Oh, hey, Ned, I see you here, Ned. Thanks for the applause. Every night before I go to sleep, after thanking God for you and me, I pray to Him my soul to keep, just in case I don't make it through. I'll never know when it's my time till I'm at the finish line. There won't be much I leave behind, and that's fine as long as you remember me when I move beyond this world. Your thoughts can be my mark upon this earth. You won't find me in the history books. I've got much higher hopes. Remember me as the one who loved you most. I haven't ushered in world peace, probably never cured disease. All I've done is try to be the one you build your world around. 'Cause girl, I know that loving you is what the good Lord put me here to do. I needed to for you, I would lay my own life down. So remember me when I move beyond this world. Your thoughts can be my mark upon this earth. You won't find me in the history books. I've got much higher hopes. Remember me as the one who loved you most. If I could keep you warm and safe, put a smile on your face, walk through the years hand in hand, and when I'm dead and gone, write it on my stone, here lies a happy happy man. Remember me when I move beyond this world. Your thoughts can be my mark upon this earth. You won't find me in the history books. I've got much higher hopes. Remember me as the one who loved you most. Remember me as the one who loved you most. All right, I got one more for you. And this one, actually, you know, I've been writing songs for a long time. I've written hundreds of songs. And this one goes back the furthest of all the ones that I still do. And this is a true story. I met this woman. This is just before I met my wife. I met this other woman who was like, she was glamour. She was a Hollywood actress model type. She was gorgeous, and she, did her best to look that way, and she was very successful at it. And we had this mutual attraction, and because of both of us having issues, nothing ever came of it, and it was so frustrating, and I was so I wrote a song about her. Her name was Gabrielle. So she became a song. She didn't become a lover, but she became a song. Try to picture her. Her hair like a veil of gold. There aren't any words. Her face like a tale untold. There's a hunger we share, and she gives me a stare with eyes that could melt the cold. I can see paradise, but her flames turn to ice. She locks up her soul. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, a vision in the night. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, you are the morning light. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, I've got you in my sight, but I cannot take you, cannot break you, cannot shake you, and I can't stand back no more. Try to picture her. Her heart wears a coat of steel. Woman of the world, a mask that can seem so real. I can see in her eyes, underneath her disguise, the fear of a lonely child, afraid of a part deep down in her heart that wants to run wild. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, you're crying deep inside. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, and so you run and hide. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, together we can fly, but I cannot find you, cannot find you, can't unwind you, and I can't stand back no more. Many years ago, they taught you to be so strong. You built a wall of stone, and you fought your pain alone too long. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, why don't you take my hand? Gabrielle, Gabrielle, I'm the one who understands. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, your wish is my command, but you won't receive me, won't believe me, won't deceive me, and I can't stand back no more. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, still tearing you apart. Gabrielle, Gabrielle, it's not too late to start, but I cannot bend you, cannot mend you, can't defend you, and I can't stand back no more. I cannot find you, cannot bind you, can't unwind you, and I can't stand back no more. I cannot take you, cannot break you, cannot shake you, and I can't stand back no more. All right. Thank you, everybody. Okay, wait. Now, see, this is a thank you very much, Steve. Now, I can't see you all, so I'm just, if this were a regular concert and you're out there, I'd walk off the stage, and you might be hopefully like clapping and holding up lighters and saying, "Come on back, do an encore." So, okay, I'm going to pretend that that's what's happening, and I'm going to do an encore. And this is another song I wrote in Nashville with another incredibly talented person. This woman, her name is Olivia West. Thank you very much. Her name is Olivia West. You can find her on YouTube. She's a channel. She's a really fantastic songwriter. Evan's holding up a lighter. She's a fantastic songwriter. She's a really great singer. And so look her up on YouTube and tell her I said hello. She'll be pleased that I mentioned her and that I'm playing the song we wrote. We wrote a bunch of stuff together. I guess out of all, we wrote some really good ones, but this is kind of a favorite. Waking up while the world's asleep, so alive, just hurry me. Like, wait a second. You know what? Let me start over again. By the way, I should mention, my official website is www.sethhilaryjackson.com. So go there. If you're not on my mailing list, please sign up for my mailing list. Follow me on Spotify. And, I hope to hear more of you, and you can hear more of me and all that stuff. Waking up while the world's asleep, so alive, just her and me, blanket of stars and a bed of clover. I feel her heartbeat in her chest. I want to savor every breath before I know it. It'll all be over. Time is slipping away. Couldn't you just stay? Slow down, moon. I'm begging you. Please let this night go on and on. You're going down too soon. I've got her where she wants me now. Don't let the sun intrude. Slow down, moon. I'm not ashamed to be afraid of the dawn of another day, when the night has been this good. I don't know what I'm in for. All I know is I want more. I'd make it last forever if I could. But time is slipping away. Couldn't you just stay? Slow down, moon. I'm begging you. Please let this night go on and on. You're going down too soon. and true. Slow down moon. Will there be nights like this on other days? Well, I'm hoping so, but just in case. Slow down moon, I'm begging you. Please let this night go on and on. You're going down too soon. I've got her where she wants me now. Don't let the sun intrude. Slow down moon. I've got her where she wants me now. Don't let the sun intrude. Slow down moon. Please slow down moon. Please slow down moon. All right, thank you everybody. I really appreciate it. You've been a great audience, even though I can't see you, but I see the comments and the applause, and I really appreciate it. And so, follow me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you again. I hope soon. Good night, everybody. If you want to hang around and chat, I guess we can, do that a little bit. I don't know. Can you all see each other's comments? Or can I only see them? Everybody? Still there? Do you all see what everybody else is saying, or is it just me? And thank you. Good night. We see comments. Okay. Well, if anybody wants to hang around, otherwise, I can end this stream. I can click end stream. It's hard to get to YouTube. Aren't you on YouTube now? Where are you if you're not on YouTube? Any Pink Floyd? That's funny you should say. I do only originals material, but I recently had a few people tell me that at least one of my new songs, I've heard this a couple of times, that I have a Pink Floyd vibe. And especially because of the way I recorded some of my songs. I guess they do have that vibe. I didn't do it on purpose. I'm more of a Grateful Dead, I'm a Deadhead. My friend Ned and I used to see Dead shows. We've seen hundreds of them together. But my bio says that because that's people tell me that I have that vibe. So my music has some resemblance to Pink Floyd. You love that. Which key? You love that key. Which key? Oh, Grateful Dead. Oh man, I listen to them all the time. I listen to them every day. Oh, Ned, I just listened to the new Dave's Picks again. Boy, that is great. That's awesome. Oh, it's a typo. Yeah, if you haven't seen the Dave's Picks, what is it, 34? It's from Miami in 1974. God, that is a great, great release. Yeah, that's Evan. I wrote that in my, you got to describe your music. I never know how to describe my music. It's like, and especially it makes it hard to market myself because people go, marketing. I studied marketing at Wharton. It's really hard to market myself because they say, well, what artist do you sound like? And everybody I ask in the industry, everybody I know, they're like, I don't know, you sound unique. You don't sound like anybody. But one way of describing an artist is you go, well, I sound like, Tom Petty. Or I don't sound exactly like I sound like Tom Petty meets Pink Floyd. So I thought, well, I don't sound like any, but if I throw enough styles together, it might capture. So I and George Strait, because some of my stuff is country and some of it's rock and some of it's, alternative with that Pink Floyd vibe. And I'm a Deadhead. So there's always an influence of the Grateful Dead in my music. Try a Facebook Live show. Okay, I will do that. This was, I was invited by Show For Me to do the show. I was very honored that they reached out to me and asked me to perform. So I was very happy to do this for them. But yeah, I definitely would like to do a Facebook show. And I guess I could just do that at any time. I mean, just on a whim. Just I'm live on Facebook. Show for Me is really well. They want you to sign up. They want you to be members. You know, that's they're trying to build an audience. Apparently, they have a pretty good audience, but they're trying to expand. So that's one of the things they're trying to accomplish. So yeah, I know you got to sign up and be a member. Jambase. You know, I've heard of Jambase. I may have even gone to the website, but I don't remember exactly what it is. Oh, they have a live stream list I could be on. Oh, great. I'll check it out. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Well, this is kind of a YouTube live stream. This is a YouTube live stream. It was set up through Show for Me. But I don't know how your screen, what you see on your screen, but I'm on YouTube right now. I'm at, YouTube Live, and it was hooked up to the Show for Me website. So you could access it from Show for Me. So I don't know if you're all seeing YouTube or if you're seeing Show for Me on your screens. Oh, that'd be great, Steve. Thank you. My Twitter, by the way, I'm Song Dude. I have 2 Twitter accounts. One of them, I'm actually more active on the other one. I tweet politics. It's really bad. We shouldn't get involved in politics with our art, I've been told. Oh, thank you so much. You were supposed to be able to watch free through Show for Me. They said, they had tickets in advance, and I appreciate all of you who bought tickets. That's, really, I feel good that you gave me your support that way. But they told me that if you go there at 9 o'clock, you'd be able to sign up for free. That's what, and watch for free. But if that didn't happen, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. So anyway, if you have any questions about, my songs, my music, my life, my kids, no, you don't want to know about my kids. I'm very proud of my kids, actually. My son just got into Columbia University, so I'm really proud of him. So we can talk about my kids if you want. My wife, my dog. Where's my dog? I should bring my dog down. She's so cute. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, this has been fun. I really appreciate you coming to watch. I hope you enjoyed it. And, we'll do this again sometime. If not on Show for Me, then maybe on Facebook or YouTube Live. So thank you. You've been great. Good night.